Okay. So this upper diagram display the water control level. Here inflow, pneumatic wall. This is bulb or a hollow ball to indicate the water level and giving signal to controller to tap off or shut off the this pneumatic valve and stop the flow. Means water level is reached at highermost level. This bubble or ball in high upward direction. This direction control with this control and controller give the direction to pneumatic valve to shut off this or stop this inflow or flow. Okay. So this diagram is displayed in the help of block diagram. Okay. Here in block diagram, various reference point, input point, feedback element. See the desired level means desired level. Then controller give to induction or direction to the pneumatic wall, and pneumatic wall to the water tank in plant. And this control variable means shut off or stop the flowing the water. This system attached with feedback. So float means feedback element. This float vary upward and downward direction means the water level is decreases, this float will get downward, and water level is upward side or increases, this float will get increased and get induction or direction to inflow system to stop the water supply to the tank. Okay. Here, so the description, a control system for regulating the level of fluid in tank is done by adjusting the output valve. Means the control system regulating the fluid level in tank is adjusted by the output valve. The automatic operation is done by operating the valve, maintain the fluid level. Okay. Accordingly, if water level rises or fall below desired level, automatic operation of valve takes place and water level is maintained. Means water level increased or decreased, this control system is automatically run and reaches the water level up to within bath. Okay. So here, so block diagram are display the various reference point or input points. So block diagram are display the feedback system also same. In closed loop system, here closed loop system. This is closed loop system. Means starting to end. Closed loop system is feedback element is attached. For detailed understanding, draw this diagram of different reference point, feedback points, or takeoff point. What is meant by reference point, error signal, control output, manipulated signal? Screen is not visible. So draw this block diagram. Give the heading closed loop system. Give the heading closed loop system and draw this diagram. See in diagram here. First block is command input. Then reference transducer is RT. This is error detector or feedback is connected to this error detector. Then controller. Then process to be controlled and output. And here output, before output connected to the feedback. Okay. See here. Same here. Controller, pneumatic valve, water tank, and actual level. Means actual level is decrease or increase. This water tank level is display, increase or decrease. Then give the instruction to pneumatic valve, start on or off. And this instruction gives with the help of controller. Means desired level, means water level is decreased or increased. This float upward or downward gives the indication or direction to the controller, start start on or off the pneumatic valve, means continuous flow or discontinuous flow in water tank. Okay. So here RT means reference input, reference input. ET, E in bracket T means error signal, CT means control output, MT means manipulated signal, and EFT means feedback signal. Okay. So all these subbing points, blocks here, these all these subbing points, RT, CT, ET, MT, FT, all these subbing points and blocks and takeoff points then must be connected exactly as per the actual element connected to the practical system. Here, these subbing points or takeoff points is exactly or actually connected with the help of this diagram here. Okay. The connection between the blocks is shown by the lines called as branches of the block diagrams. Here, this line shows the branches. This line shows the branches of this block diagram. An arrow is associated with each and every branch, which indicates the direction of flow of signal along the branch. With this arrow show the flow of system. And the signal can travel along the direction of arrow only. It cannot pass again the direction of arrow. Hence, block diagram is unilateral property of the system. Here, this arrow shows the one direction only, means forward direction. They do not move the two direction, means bilateral. Okay. The next point is general representation of closed loop system and transfer function. Give the heading general representation of closed loop system and transfer function. Give the heading general representation of closed loop system and transfer function. Okay. So again same diagram here. Within 1 minute draw this diagram. All these summing points, reference points and takeoff points here. Give the heading general representation of closed loop system and transfer function and draw this diagram within 1 minute. In this closed loop system, control system, the transfer function is one block display only or represent only one point. Means one block contain only one point. Means feedback path also contain summing point and one takeoff point represents a simple conical from a closed loop system. Okay, so in this system, this is the reference point, this is error system, this is control, general control feedback form, then control output, this feedback path means this is takeoff point, decision takeoff point means water level is decrease or increase, they can take decision to start the pneumatic wall or stop the pneumatic wall, and this feedback attached to the error. Okay, so also here RS means reference point, CS means control output, ES means error signal, BS means feedback signal, GS means equivalent forward path, block means transfer function, HS means equivalent feedback path, block means transfer function. Also write down this, the transfer function in bracket ratio of CS and RS. CS means control output and RS means reference input. Okay, reference means input and CS means output. Okay, can be given for the above form of the system as below. So write down the transfer function in bracket ratio of CS and RS can be given for above form of system as below. RS is equal to reference point, C in bracket S is equal to control output, capital E in bracket S is equal to error signal. Then capital ES means error signal. Capital B in S means feedback signal. Capital G in S equivalent forward path block transfer function. And capital H in bracket S equivalent feedback path block transfer function. Okay. Then now from the figure we have ES equivalent system is equal to RS plus minus BS. This is equation number 1. Write down. Whenever I dictate, write down. Mathematical part is there. Capital B in bracket S is equal to CS into H in bracket S. Equation number 2. C in bracket S is equal to ES into GS. Equation number 3. Okay. From equation 1 and 2, we have ES is equal to RCS, RS plus minus C in bracket S into HS. This is equation number 4. From also equation number 3, C in bracket S is equal to ES into GS, or E of S is equal to C of S divided by G of S. This is equation number 5. Clear? Any doubt, any question? Next. From equation number 4 and 5, we have RS reference input plus minus CS control output into HCS is equal to C of S divided by G of S. Okay. Therefore, C of S is equal to R of therefore C of S is equal to R of S into G of S plus minus C of S into H of S into G of S. Next line, therefore R of S into G of S is equal to C of S means control output plus minus C of S into H of S into G of S. Therefore, next line, R of S into G of S is equal to C of S in bracket 1 plus minus G of into H of S. Therefore, C of S is equal to R of S into G of S divided by in bracket 1 plus minus G of S into H of S. Then, therefore, C of S divided by R of S is equal to G of S is equal to G of S divided by 1 plus minus G of S into H of S. Use positive sign for negative feedback and negative sign for positive feedback. Okay. The above transfer function can be expressed as R of S in bracket or in block G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S and output. This is reference point and this is output point. This is control closed loop control system transfer function. एक मिनट था. This is known as closed loop control system transfer function. Okay. So today stop here. Place your roll number and leave the meeting.